What's up, you guys? It's Kenyo here. Thankfully, I have a whiteboard here with me today, and I wanted to discuss particles. Particles. So currently, we think terrible handwriting. Currently, we think of particles as maybe like little dots or circles. But if we look at the quantum nature of particles, we're seeing things that don't make any sense. And so part of my hypothesis that I'm developing is stating that particles themselves may not be real. They may, in fact, not that they're not real. Some of them may not be as real as we think, but also that particles may be sixth dimensional points. And this is why they are exhibiting such strange behavior. To think about this, let's break down. It's also a good time to talk about some of the particles I associate with different dimensions. So start with the plus dimension. I think it has no particle. And then we have the zero dimension. That would be the neutrino. One, you got the electron. Two. Particle number two, we got the down quark. In the third dimension, we have the photon, which I think also maybe, I'm not sure, but my research is showing maybe also the up quark is somehow either maybe just a direct effect, maybe, I don't know. Now, fourth dimension. So in my current hypothesis, I'm associating it with the Higgs boson. Now, these are all fundamental particles. Now, of course, this is my hypothesis, and I'm just one scientist, but let's get into it a little further. I think what is so interesting here, well, anyway, let's get into why I think they might be sixth dimensional. So we see the strange actions of particles at the quantum level. We have the ability for entanglement. We have the uncertainty principle, which we can think about that. Why is it that we can't know how fast a particle is moving and know exactly where it is? I hope I'm saying the right things, but you can't know two certain things about particles in the quantum level. Well, if you're recording, a wavelength, right? A wavelength. And you're recording it from this perspective, the end perspective. And you're saying, okay, what is that? That's going to come together as a circle. Where is that circle going to be? You're going to try to figure that out. But what if the mistake we're making is actually it's never all the circle from this perspective all at the same time, which is why you can't say it is. Rather, it's always a perspective from this perspective. So you're seeing the wide length of the wavelength, and you don't know where it's going to be, right? And that's just one way of thinking about it, but you can start to see how perhaps the way in which we're looking at particles can be confusing when you're explaining it from a three-dimensional, or even maybe you could call our standpoint fourth dimensional. Maybe you're explaining it from a fourth dimensional standpoint when it's really a sixth dimensional. In my hypothesis, that excitations are a sixth dimensional phenomenon. They're related to the sixth dimension. And I would even get into that why also, because you have, you know what, we'll stop it there. Just a quick one today. I wanted to get into sixth dimensional nature of particles. Shout out to the hoverheads again. Thank you guys for following me on YouTube. Of course, I put these videos up in full on YouTube. Thank you for everyone on Instagram. Of course, thank you for everyone on TikTok, 29.1K followers. It's an honor. And thank you everyone for the Discord. The Discord link you can find in the bio, and all kinds of links you can find in the bio. Although I didn't make the Discord, so there's some things there that need to change. I saw some of the wording. And these guys are just having fun, and for in whatever way it can be flattering, cool, but let's not lose the plot, right? But yeah, the Discord is, I'm going to continue putting links in there. And for anyone who just likes Discord, I mean, I have mixed feelings about Discord. I also have another Discord that is my actual Discord for all the business stuff. But anyway, it's been cool. I went in there, did some audio stuff in the Discord. That was great. But all the comments as well, I appreciate you guys 100%, I wish I could reply to all the comments, but sometimes it's saying I'm getting like 1,000 comments a day. Wait, what? I can reply to that. I can, at my best, I was probably replying to like 100, 200, but really, I'm only good for like 15 comments a day. You know what I mean? And those are the ones that just kind of pop out. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope that you have a blessed week in the mighty name of Jesus. Talk to you soon.